Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. First of all, happy Sunday to you guys. I know. But hey, you know what, guys? I know I said that I was going to upload every Friday and all that stuff, but my goodness, guys, I'm telling you, when life gets in the way, it gets in the way. But hey, you know what? Sunday uploads aren't bad either. So I was thinking about what the vlog about, and I think, and this is just me, I think some of you guys are probably going to be curious on what it is like to own a Lexus IS500 for a year. Because you know what? I've seen a ton of photos or posts on IG and Facebook, especially Facebook, as I'm a member of a lot of the IS groups on Facebook. And there's a lot of people out there selling their IS500 after 1 year of ownership. I guess that comes with age too, right? Because there are some guys out there that actually, younger guys, that bought their car and didn't really quite know what to expect out of the car. They drove the car because I guess it was all over automotive YouTube, the hype of the car. They suddenly didn't like it and opted for faster options like the C63 AMG, the BMW M4, the M3, anything that has more of a oomph to it, right? Now, here's my thing. I started out with this car fully understanding that I really wanted something more luxurious. I understood that it's not going to be as fast. I understood that it's not going to be as visceral of a driving experience as my 2008 Mitsubishi Evo 10. That car was tuned to the hilt. Tuned, modded, yes, lowered wheels, ECU reflash, full straight pipe, and with just that alone, with 390-ish something horsepower, it was plenty fun for me. And you know, that car is so visceral. Like every gear shift, every time you bang through the gears, the blow off valve sounds, everything. I mean, if you guys want to see those videos, just refer down to the bottom or near the midpoint of the channel, and you're gonna see all the driving videos there and everything that I've done to the car. My big thing is this: I needed to get to a point where my whole family can enjoy the car or a car. And for some reason, the Evo, my wife did not like the Evo and the way it drove for her, because it is lowered. It's got a full suspension system from BC, and it's lowered. It's really low and it's bouncy. It doesn't have the suspension of a luxury car. Now, she loves driving the Lexus. Even though it is lowered, she loves driving in the car. She actually drove it a couple of times, and she likes it. So I think that's one of the things that I really love about the Lexus, is because my family, my wife and I can share it. The girls can get in it and comfortably, and we can take the car anywhere we want. So before we continue on with the video, we're gonna have to play car Tetris because I want to bring the Lexus out. So stand by. And boys, big ton. I'm telling you, this thing is just all family for me. This is the vehicle that we take on long hauls. Yes, we do take the GX, but when it comes to comfort, believe it or not, this truck is ultimately more comfortable than that SUV. Believe it or not. The Tundra is smooth, especially after I put on the Bridgestone KO2s, or BF Goodrich, sorry, KO2s, the Baja. And man, the ride is so smooth and soft. Road force balance at George's Off-Road in Floral City, Inverness, Florida. Man, I'm telling you, this truck rides like a dream. I mean, I love driving this truck. And anywhere we go, man, we took this thing to Tennessee, Asheville, North Carolina. We took this thing everywhere, up to Maryland and back. And it was an amazing trip. So, all right, let's move this thing along. And how good does it look along with Big Ton? I think I don't know. I got this thing for white cars, man. I really wanted to get a white GX for wifey, but the spec was not available at that time. But my goodness, look at that. Yo. All right, so here we go. 1 year and 4 months of ownership of this car. One thing that I did notice about this car is the driving experience is not as visceral as it is on my Evo 10. I also had a 700 horsepower 1993 Nissan Fairlady Z, which was a slick top, and this slick top basically is a no T-top Z, and it's, I think, 200 pounds lighter. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is 200 pounds lighter than the regular T-top Z, and it's a wonderful car. And then I actually sold it because at that time I felt like I already topped out on the car, and I kind of got bored with it, and I did sell it. One of the biggest regrets of my life? Probably yes. And same thing with my Evo 10. I do regret selling the Evo 10. So yeah, I love this car. I love 472 horsepower that's coming out of the 2UR GSE engine that this car has. The straight pipe, the V8. I love it. And the driving experience is totally different. Totally different than an actual sports sedan, like a rally sedan, like an Evo or a WRX STI. It's not as visceral. That's one thing I'm going to tell you guys. If you guys are thinking about getting one of these IS500s or an IS350 F Sport, the driving experience is not as intense. It's not as visceral. It's like I said, it's fast. I've never taken it to a circuit, so those guys can probably tell you more about tracking this car. I have no desire in tracking this car. But as far as fun, smiles for miles, yes, I love this car. The Evo and my Z were more of like a twitchy, scary experience when I drive the car. It just didn't feel like anything luxury about the car. It just felt twitchy and just ready to kill you. If it had the chance, it would kill you. This car, it drive it as fast as you want, top it out, whatever, and it just doesn't say anything. It's just quiet. It feels almost kind of like a warm hug when you're driving really fast. All right, number 2. People are telling me on the what I should do video to supercharge this car. I don't think it's worth the $10,000 for 100 plus a little horsepower more to this car. It's $10,000, you guys. 10 friggin' grand to get a supercharger kit on this car. Will it make a difference? Yes. But will it affect the reliability? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I've seen guys out there with supercharged 500s and ISFs, and they never had a problem with it. But again, is it worth the squeeze? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Probably not. Okay, third thing about my IS500 that I noticed in 1 year of ownership. The V8 is an absolutely insane platform for this car. I love it. There's no negative thing to say about the 2UR GSE. It's pretty amazing. I think that the car is absolutely insane when it comes to the sound. And as you guys know, this car has still its stock mufflers, but I got rid of the resonator, and man, I'm telling you, this car, the way it sounds, you guys heard the cold start, and when you get on it in sport mode, Sport Plus, boy, I tell you what, it sounds really, really, really good. And also, along with that, I think with this car, less is more, right? Yeah, I mean, I kind of went a little bit with the more than the less with the wheels, and it's lowered and all the carbon fiber bits and all that stuff. But I think that's about as extensive as I'm going to go with the modifications on this car. The hardest thing is to really find classy modifications for this Lexus, because the hardest thing to find are parts that actually fit this car well. And as I've said before, this car can go pretty quickly from nice to rice with just the wrong mod. Love this whole setup of my OS wheels, FRO01. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these wheels, I love the whole setup, the deep dish, 3-inch lip, and this right here is about a 2-inch lip on this side, maybe 2.5. But dude, I mean, the side profile of this car and also that quarter profile, pretty amazing. Another thing about this car, oil changes are not cheap. On the average, you know, because they use Mobil 1 for this car. I know there's people out there that use other synthetics and synthetic blends, but I like to stay with OEM. So the oil changes are a little bit steep. I think it's 125, I think, for a whole oil change on this car. I don't care, it's fine, whatever. I mean, to me, you know, people say, oh, you're getting ripped off. Well, I don't know, it's a Lexus. And also, it is a very attention calling car in a certain way. People who know about this car. It's hard for them to kind of distinguish this from a 350, because there's really not much any difference between this and a 350 except for the hood bulge. And the car in itself is about 2 inches longer than the standard IS350. But that's about it. It's very subdued, and which is what I like. I mean, it's like, you know, when you're rolling down the road and you are just chilling, nobody's going to notice this car. No one. I don't care what you do to it. Nobody's going to notice this car. It's not as eye-catching as, like, you know, a fully kitted Evo or WRX or even yet exotics. But you get on it, oh, people will notice. You get on it. You step on the accelerator, people will know. They'll understand what this car is. And it's funny because I got to tell you guys this story. I picked up Isabella from school the other day, and I was in the front of the school line. I just got there a little bit early. And so I usually turn my engine off. I don't like to idle my cars. And especially now, it's beautiful in Florida. As you guys can see, I'm wearing a hoodie because it's a little cool. But anyway, it was beautiful Friday. And I picked her up. And then when she got in the car, I started it. And, you know, that cold start, boom, that rumble. And all her classmates were like, oh, okay. They're all nodding, give me the thumbs up. Kids know too, man. Once they start the car, they know it's a V8 in there. It's pretty cool. They were taking pictures of the car, you know, all that stuff. I thought this was really cool. So, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to interrupt this video real quick because my kids have golf practice today. As you can see, all their gear is in the back of the truck, and we're gonna make a Sam's Club run today in this car, so or the truck. So we're gonna have to clear all this out for us to be able to go to that Sam's Club run and some golf practice. So Bella, to get this out, and just like that, it's cleared out. So that would be for our Sam's Club run today. And I consolidated both the girls' clubs in one range bag, so fits everything perfectly in there. Now mind you, again, this is one thing about the IS500. It's got a huge trunk, just like the 350. It will actually accommodate 3 golf bags in there. Don't mind the rags, they're just there for specific reasons sometimes, you know, to get some of this dirt off. Beautiful. All right, let's get ready for golf, and then we'll go for a drive. And again, shout out to my boys at Lexus IS Philippines. A good bunch of dudes. Man, I wish I could hang out with you guys. They just had a cool breakfast, and all the ISs were all lined up. Man, they go on these road trips and all these charity events. Man, I wish I could hang out with you guys. Alrighty guys, we're ready for golf. My squad is here. We are ready to roll. So we're gonna go head down to the driving range, which is about 2 minutes away from my house, which is in our subdivision. Fortunate enough to be able to have these facilities in our neighborhood. As you can see, Bea is nice and comfortable in her car seat. And that's one thing that I love about this car, is there's always room to do activities. And have my girlies in here. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi.
Hello. All right. Cold start. Ooh boy. Well, it was a cold start earlier, so it kind of like was a semi-cold start. So let's close that gate. Gate is coming down. All right, we are heading to the range. Got to angle out a little bit, make sure that my front splitter doesn't hit the concrete or the road. Yes sir, here we go. All right, man, I love where I live. we are definitely very blessed to be able to live in such a beautiful subdivision, right?
Right.
And this is the gym, folks. Now, one thing cool about what they did in this subdivision is they built the golf course first, and they planned the neighborhoods around the golf course. So this is basically a neighborhood, but around these houses are the holes and the fairways for Skyview Country Club, and the driving range is right here beyond this white fences. You guys can see that right there. Right there, that's the range, and we're gonna go to the other side of this, get some golf balls. All right, little open window pull for the boys. Woo! Awesome. The wind's blowing your hair. That's okay.
But it feels pretty though.
Feels good, huh? Awesome. And boys, that's the driving range right there, and that's where we're heading to. Tennis is over here. That's the tennis courts. Woo! Love the downshifts. And we are now in the country club. This is Skyview. This is where the restaurant is, and this is where the pro shop is for golf, and this is where we're gonna park. Nice. That was nice. Alright, look at this practice facility, you guys. Pretty nice. Alright, now we're gonna go chip and putt a little bit. Get these girls, because they're pretty serious when it comes to their golf. So we try as much as possible to give them every opportunity that we can to be able to take advantage of what we have. So let's go. You do. Okay, get a little closer to it. Okay. And all I want you to do, putt. Okay, just putt. Face your target this way. Turn around. Other way, right there, and just putt. Good job. Yep, put it by your front foot a little bit, right there, and just putt. A little short, it's okay. Go get it. All right, this is Bea's first time chipping. She's never chipped before. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good release. Ooh, all right. That was excellent. Good job, dude. High five. Awesome. All right, big girl. Where you at? There you go. Yep. Is it in the center? It's never in the center, right? It's always either in the front, where you're leaning, for your front leg.
Anywhere in the left.
Yeah, anytime you're chipping, your left leg should bear the weight. Anytime you're chipping, left leg is always bearing the weight. Whether the ball is behind your foot or by your right foot or your left foot, you're still leaning forward regardless. Watch your sister.
Good job, Mia.
She's got it. Don't stand up. There you go. All your weight's on that left foot. That was beautiful. Look at that release. Yes, ma'am. That is a birdie putt if I ever saw one. Good job. And by the way, you guys, I just want to say a quick congratulations to my beautiful 12-year-old for winning with her team the districts and conference championships for 2024. Good job, girl.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, we're on the putting green. Bea is one club length away. Put it in the center of your stance. Good. And go. Oh no, get in the hole. Good job. Very nice. Good job. All right, so practice round's over, or practice is over. So we're gonna go home. Put the clubs in here. All right, let's go. All right, let's tuck this bad boy inside the garage. All right. So anyway, we're back home, and car's nice and tucked inside. So okay, in conclusion, 1 year ownership of my 2023 Lexus IS500 is, of course, a big yay. I am not going to be selling this car anytime soon. I love this car. Yeah, it is not as visceral or as engaged per se as my Evo 10 or my 300ZX. That's manual. But when it comes to just luxury cruising with speed and power and the V8 that's in this car, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. The rumbling sound that it makes, the comfortability, the amenities. Is it dated inside? Yes, it is, but I don't care about that stuff. I just love the fact that this car can do whatever I want it to do, whenever I want it to do it, in style and luxury. So no, this car will be with me for a long time. I might buy another one, might buy another car, but definitely most likely a Lexus or another Toyota product, because you just can't beat the reliability of these things. These things are literally bulletproof. So there you go. 1 year and 4 months of ownership of this car. And the verdict is, I love this car. So anyway, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Again, my name is Pete, and this is my channel called Hyper Boost. I love you guys, and we'll see you next vlog.